weeks ago, I posted this TikTok and it kind of blew up. Thank you so much. And if you're not following me there, please do. We have a lot of fun. I promise I don't dance. Essentially what that video was sharing the wardrobe basics that I would buy if I had to build my wardrobe from scratch. AKA, it's my perfect capsule wardrobe. So today I thought I would do a sort of long form version of that video, breaking down what the pieces are, why I chose them, and why I really love them as an essential building block to build your own timeless capsule wardrobe. Let's do it. Before we get started, here's a word from today's sponsor, Audible. So if you're watching this video, then chances are you're interested in a capsule wardrobe or perhaps even simplifying your life in some way. And we love. I recently listened to the book Soulful Simplicity, again by Courtney Carver. I'm like loving all of her content lately. And I listened to this book using Audible. Courtney narrates the audiobook herself and goes into detail about her experience with being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis and realizing that she was just doing too much. So through Soulful Simplicity, she really takes us through the journey of how she simplified her life to reclaim her time, her money, her health, and even herself. Through the Audible Plus catalog, you have access to audiobooks, podcasts, Audible originals, guided fitness, meditation, sleep stories, and so much more. Every single month, Audible members will get access to one free audiobook download and full access to the Plus catalog. So if you're ready to start your own Soulful Simplicity journey, why not listen using Audible? Using my link in the description, you can try Audible completely for free for 30 days, and you get to keep your download forever. So if you're ready to try Audible today, you can visit audible.com/Christina Majas or text Christina Majas to 500 500. Again, that's Christina Majas to 500 500. Thanks, Audible. So if I were starting from scratch, the first thing that I would go out and buy is a plain white t-shirt and a plain black t-shirt. Feel free to add in color and pattern and graphics as you like, but if we're talking basic of basic, then a solid white and black t-shirt will go really far in your wardrobe. For me, I really like a crew neck cut in an oversized fit, so not tight to my body at all. And I like the sleeves to be a little bit longer, so I have the option to roll it up and style it up as I see fit. What I typically do to get that oversized fit is size up 1 or 2 sizes from my original. So I know for me, I am typically an extra small, but an extra small will fit my body quite snugly, so I usually size up to a small or a medium in a women's sizing. But a white t-shirt and a black t-shirt I really think can be the workhorses of any wardrobe because you can really style them up and mix and match them as needed. They can be worn really, really casually, and depending on the color and the occasion, they can actually even be dressed up. When it comes to brands, my favorite t-shirts that I've ever come across are from Organic Basics, Everlane, and Aritzia. I think it's important to just find your shape, find your color, maybe have a backup or two, and you'll be good to go. Next up in tops are tank tops. And you might think a tank top is something that would really be exclusive to summer, but I personally wear a tank top all year round, either as a base layering piece or on its own in the warmer weather. My favorite tank tops in terms of brands are from Everlane and very recently Durf Avenue. I think a tank top is just so easy. You throw it on and all of a sudden you just feel like this fabulous model off duty. They look great with jeans, they look great with trousers, they look great with dresses and skirts if you like those. So t-shirts and tank tops are just my bread and butter. Next for me is a classic Oxford button-up shirt. I really like a white one and a blue one. You can also add black or stripe in there or whatever color you choose. But a lot of occasions don't really lend themselves to a casual style all the time. So I think when you need to dress up a little bit more formally, a little bit more business, then that's when an Oxford button-up really starts to shine. What I really try not to go for is an ultra fitted button-up blouse. For me, it feels a little bit too fussy, a little bit too stuffy. So with an Oxford, again, it's something that I like to make sure fits a little bit oversized. And I always look for my button-ups in a 100% cotton. My favorite favorite button-ups are actually most recently from Durf Avenue. She really nails that oversized fit so that you can half tuck the front or fully tuck in and it's not gonna come out on you, but it's also not bulky. And if you wanted to tuck in the whole thing and make it look a little bit more polished and fitted, I think you can still achieve that as well. Again, these are something that you can find at any price point. It doesn't have to be something that's crazy expensive or breaks the bank. So I think it's important to have a mix of different kinds of long sleeves and sweaters. So that can be hoodies, cashmere, sweatshirts, zip-ups. You kind of have to play around and figure out what you like, but at the bare minimum, I recommend one cotton hoodie. I love a cotton sweatshirt style sweater. This can be in any color. I have some in gray, I have some in black and green. One lightweight cashmere sweater in any color or pattern you prefer, and one chunky knit turtleneck. So all of these different kinds of sweaters will really lend themselves to different occasions, different moods, but ultimately will be really versatile. When it comes to hoodies, I feel like you really can't go wrong with a classic gray. I love layering hoodies under blazers, under trench coats, under wool coats in the winter time. So for a cashmere sweater, I feel like you can't go wrong if you go with black, gray, oatmeal, or even a nice stripe. Stripes are a way that, for me at least, I like to spice it up since my wardrobe is so neutral. This sweater is from Reformation and I absolutely love it. But when it comes to colors, shapes, textures, patterns, really the sky's the limit. Do you go for whatever you like and enjoy it. My favorite bottoms to wear of all time, you guys already know because I am a hoarder of them, and that is denim jeans. When it comes down to it, I really think you only need 3 different pairs of denim jeans. A classic indigo wash, a light blue wash, and a pair of black. I don't really care what TikTok says. If you like your skinny jeans, go for them. For me personally, I really like a mid to high rise straight leg fit. I find for me and my body type, they are the most flattering. But when it comes to denim, you might have to do some experimentation to find out what fit works the best for you. But I'm sorry to say that it probably takes a little bit of trial and error. With jeans, you really just gotta try them on. In terms of brands, my absolute favorites are vintage Levi's in the 501 or the 505 cut. If you don't really have the time or energy to look for vintage denim, then I also really recommend the brands A. Goldie, Redone, the Denim Forum by Aritzia, and the Everlane 90s Cheeky Fit. In terms of buying new denim, A. Goldie for me wins every time. Their mid-rise 90s loose fit jeans are an absolute joy to wear. They are 100% cotton jeans, but they are still quite soft and they don't feel very stiff, like you can't eat or breathe in them. And they do tend to loosen over time, so I actually would recommend that you size down 1 or 2 sizes if you are exploring A. Goldie in particular. Believe it or not, there is a formality scale when it comes to denim and their wash, which is why I really recommend having a mid-wash indigo color in your wardrobe, because that wash in particular really lends itself to more business casual professional environments versus the lighter wash, which even though it's my favorite, usually does speak to a more casual situation. And then I love having a black pair of denim because again, it's something that you can dress up or dress down. And when it comes to black denim, there is obviously a spectrum of washes that you can get. You can get some that are more like on the gray side with a little bit more fading, and they can move into a more solid colorway. When it comes to versatility, I think it's really important to have a pair of denim that is more of a darker, solid black color, because again, that way you can dress it up, dress it down, it'll just be the most versatile. So moving away from denim and into more formal workwear, I recommend at least 2 pairs of trousers. One in black and one in honestly whatever other color you want. For me, I recommend a neutral like brown, beige, gray, or navy, because sometimes you just don't want to wear black. For me, what I like and wear the most is a high-rise, full-length, wide-leg trouser with a front pleat. I think a wide-leg trouser is so classic, absolutely timeless, and can dress up or down with way more versatility than you might think. My favorite trousers overall are the Effortless pants from Aritzia, and very recently I just got the favorite pant from Durf Avenue. But if wide leg is not quite your thing, then a nice in-between are the Everyday pleat pant, I think they're called, from Everlane. I've had this particular pair in black for at least 3 years now, and it's just a really classic high-rise front pleated pant with a little bit of a cropped ankle and it tapers down in the leg. And you can wear these to the office, you can wear them out on weekends, hanging out with friends, you can pair them with boots, sneakers. A good pair of trousers will really, really go far in your wardrobe. The next bottoms that I'm gonna talk about, even though I don't personally own any of these in my wardrobe, are skirts and dresses. If you like to dress a little bit more on the romantic side, then I think it's really important to have things like skirts and dresses in your wardrobe. Like at the end of the day, a dress is one layer dressing. It's so easy, you just throw it on, and if you feel great in it, you're pretty much good to go. Ultimately, I've come to accept that that is not my style and they're not essentials for me. But if they are essential for you, feel free, go for it. I love a little black dress. I love a silk black midi skirt. I love a romantic Parisian style like summer dress. Feel free to add those in. Okay, getting into my favorite, blazers. Yay! If you're gonna buy any blazer whatsoever, I really recommend one black blazer and one neutral colored blazer. When it comes to blazers, I think they are pieces that you can invest in. I wouldn't be afraid to spend a little bit of money on them, because if you love them and they make you feel great, you're gonna find yourself wearing them all the time. I love throwing on a blazer with a pair of jeans, even a pair of shorts in the summer. You can layer it with a dress or a skirt. You can dress it up and look really professional and classy, or you can dress it down. I don't like my blazers to be too tailored and too fitted to the body. The Aritzia agency blazer I find actually nails the sizing quite perfectly, because you can still buy your true size and it'll still give you that very effortless, undone, yet still quite tailored fit and sizing. Other things I like to look for when it comes to the fit of my blazer is the length of the sleeves. I kind of like it to hit around my knuckles, so not too tailored where it's actually at my wrist or wherever it's supposed to be appropriately tailored. I like it to be a little bit long, so almost like I can grab my cuffs. That gives it this little bit undone, oversized look. And in terms of the length, I don't like it to be too long, but nor do I like it to be too short unless it is intentionally cropped. So I like it to hit around mid-thigh, and I do pay attention to whatever's happening in the shoulders. So things like shoulder pads that can add a little bit more volume to make it look more oversized, or even having a drop shoulder. There are all little details to pay attention to that I think really give that effortless, just threw on my boyfriend's blazer, I'm fabulous, model off duty vibe. But if you absolutely cannot stand a blazer, or you feel like they make you look like a linebacker, I would say try to find a cut that doesn't have shoulder pads, or you can explore other layering pieces like cardigans, for example. Not everybody is gonna love a blazer, but for me, it is the sort of cherry on top of the outfit. Since this is a 4-season guide to a wardrobe, I'm going to talk about some outerwear pieces that I think are essential for all seasons. Namely, a leather jacket, a trench coat, a wool overcoat, and a parka. For me, a leather jacket is absolutely essential. My favorite cut is the moto cut, but if that is not your vibe, you can go for like a bomber jacket, a leather blazer. It really doesn't matter, and you might have to experiment a little bit with whatever you find works for you. But I think having a really nice leather jacket in your wardrobe, not only will it last you like literally forever, but it just adds a really nice texture, weight, and edge. This jacket is from Acne Studios, but I've had moto jackets in vegan leather, so it's really up to you what you choose to buy here. And if you're vegan and don't love the idea of buying like a polyurethane vegan leather jacket, then I think shopping for real leather but on the secondhand market is a really nice way to go too. And secondhand vintage leather is just chef's kiss. The patina, the wear, it's just so good. Next is the trench coat, which is an absolute workhorse in any wardrobe. There are no Inspector Gadget vibes over here. If anything, I would say Inspector Gadget was chic AF in that trench.
Go, Gadget coat! Wow!
This one is from Everlane. It's a few years old, so I will leave a very similar one linked down below. But a trench coat in particular, I think is something that you can buy at any price point. And in particular, I find is one of the easier items to thrift, because I think with a trench, what really makes it effortless and just that much more chic is when it's just a little bit oversized. Just like a blazer, a trench for me really just sort of ties the room together. It puts everything together. You might feel completely off or really bored with your outfit. Just throw on a good trench coat and voila, you look amazing. And for colder weather, I recommend that everyone has at least one wool overcoat. This can be in black, camel, navy. My most worn is this Elena wool coat from Aritzia, and I really like Aritzia for their wool overcoats. They are actually quite nice, heavy duty, and I will leave a few linked similar down below, but again, definitely check out the secondhand market because I pretty much guaranteed that you'll find something on there. This is for all my Canadian and Midwest and cold climate girlies. You gotta have a parka. I'm sorry, a wardrobe is not complete if you live in a cold climate and you don't have a parka. I actually have 3 different parkas because Canada, but all you really need to make sure of is that it keeps you warm, it fits, and that it's waterproof. There's only 4 types of shoes that I think you need to have a really good foundation to your wardrobe. 1 is a really good pair of sneakers, 2 a pair of black boots that you can dress up or dress down, a pair of sandals for the summer, and a good pair of walking boots for yucky weather and the winter. So if I had to build my wardrobe from scratch, those are all the pieces that I would make sure that I would buy first. Again, you don't necessarily have to go out and buy these pieces all at once. You can build this out to create a wardrobe that is completely custom and personalized to you and what you love. Let me know what pieces you would go out and buy in your wardrobe if you had to build it from the ground up. Leave me a comment down below. Thank you again to Audible for sponsoring this video. If you wanted to give Audible a try for free for 1 month, you can visit audible.com/Christina Majas or text Christina Majas to 500 500. Again, that's Christina Majas to 500 500. And I'll make sure the spelling of my last name is nice and clear for you. If you like this video, please do me a huge favor and give me a thumbs up. It really, really helps support my channel so much. And if you haven't already, please subscribe if you want to. Bye.